Shalom, and welcome to another interview I have as we get closer to our 125th anniversary, which will take place on September 27th through the 29th. I have a real special guest, a dear friend of mine, an incredible member of our congregation, Steve Meyer. There is virtually nothing that has happened at this synagogue that Steve has not been a part of and not been an enthusiastic participant and a player. Steve has probably served in every position in our congregation and throughout this community, not only president, but an active daily member. And I'm just honored to be with you, Steve. Steve, welcome. I think I want to talk to you a little bit about B'nai Jacob Synagogue and your earliest memories. Tell us what your earliest memories of this congregation are.
My earliest memories are the participation in the Sunday school in the earlier former shul on Court Street, downtown Charleston.
The old synagogue.
The old synagogue. And at that time we had Sunday school at a lower level adjacent to the sanctuary. And it was quite active, and we had a very active Sunday school, and of course during the high holidays and the shul there, it wasn't air conditioned, by the way, and it's amazing how much dawdling and praying went on without the benefit of air conditioning. We had fans. That's the best we could do.
Now you were originally not from Charleston.
I'm from Charleston. Went out of town for about 5 years when I was about 5 years old. Went to Sweet Springs, West Virginia, where there were no Jews at all. Came back for the holidays, but came back to Charleston to live in Charleston by 1942. I was bar mitzvahed at the shul downtown with Rabbi Cooper about 1943 or 44, and have been an active member and a participant in the synagogue since then. And of course, I reflect back to my grandfather, A.I. Poland, who was one of the founders of the shul, and so my family has been in this shul from 1890, how long, from the very beginning, to a greater or lesser extent. So my life has been around the shul, and my social and personal life and professional life has been centered around the shul, and I've enjoyed, as you had mentioned earlier, I have been the president of the shul on 2 occasions, filled in for those who...
I remember one of them.
Really, yeah. And it was a marvelous thing to have the opportunity to prepare for these bar mitzvah discussions or presentations as the president of the shul. So it was a very great training ground for me, from the bar mitzvah speech, which I had to prepare, to the opportunity to make a presentation for the bar mitzvah speech. But most important is that the shul was the structure, provided the structure, the foundation, my whole life and my family's life.
Wow. And one of my first memories is meeting your dad, Simon. And the first thing he presented me is his book, 100-Year History of Charleston, which of course a significant section is the B'nai Jacob history. Steve, you're continuing to be active. In fact, you led services this morning at our congregation. You and Lynn are 2 of our most active, most thoughtful members of our congregation. I know you're looking forward to the 125th. What does B'nai Jacob mean to you today?
Well, today I look back upon my life in B'nai Jacob and throughout the activities that I participated in B'nai Jacob. So it provided me the religious basis for my whole being, and it also allowed me to grow in my development of Judaism from simply a bar mitzvah speech to being able to give a talk at a bar mitzvah presentation as a president. So my whole life, spiritual life certainly, has been a process of growth through and by way of the B'nai Jacob Synagogue.
Wonderful. Steve, I know you used the word growth. One of the things that I've appreciated about you is you've always taught me, when I first came to Charleston and to this very day, how B'nai Jacob is a congregation that is more than just a small synagogue, but it's a community congregation. We grow by expanding, by being open to the public, our classes, our services, and I know that you've helped me come to realize how important that is, and to be not just a synagogue, but actually a community place for everyone to participate, and I thank you for that.
Well, what I love about the synagogue, and B'nai Jacob, of course, is that it is open for business, pardon the expression. Every day we're doing something, and to me, a religious institution to live has to live every day and have something happen every day. In which, thank goodness for you, we keep 1 million. We work toward getting 1 million every morning, every evening, and I believe that only through your good efforts, and we have a couple of members who are dedicated to it, seeing that we have at least 1 million, 1 full million a day, but we do try to have 2.
Well, we're open every day, and of course the days we're looking forward to are our 125th, which will take place on September the 27th through the 29th. We hope you can join us. We'll be starting with dinners throughout the community. If you're planning on coming, we'll make sure that you have a place for Shabbat. Our Saturday morning service, followed by a wonderful Kiddush luncheon, a Saturday night banquet, a Sunday brunch, and hopefully you'll stay and you'll be home for the holidays and be able to join us for Rosh Hashanah. On behalf of Steve and Lynn, who I don't know how our congregation would survive without them, I thank you for joining us and look forward to our next video, and more importantly, look forward to seeing you for our 125th anniversary.
Well, thank you, and I'm looking forward to being here and celebrating that with all the friends who have been my friends throughout the years, and hopefully we'll be back for a homecoming.
Excellent. And with that, I say Amen.
Okay,
Thank you.
Thank you, Rabbi.
Thank you.